So it all started as I was driving through Idaho and it decided to snow at the end of May. My Camaro slipped right off the road and into a ditch. Long story short, AAA never came. Another tow truck pulled me out and I got to a gas station where I met an amazing girl my age. She was also a solo female traveler and we were heading in the same direction. She offered me a ride and I gladly accepted. So I ditched my car and we began our journey. The road was closed, so what was supposed to be a 13-mile trip turned into a 44-mile, 2.5-hour detour. But as we chatted, it turned out we were soul sisters, and the ride felt like 15 minutes. At my hotel, I built the happiest little snowman to celebrate not dying. When snow ruins your trip, build a snowman. My new friend and I met up for dinner, and it was like we were old friends. We decided to tackle Yellowstone together, hoping it would be open. The next morning, we made our way to the park, and it was a winter wonderland driving in. We had to be escorted in by park rangers because of the icy road conditions. On the way, we saw tons of amazing bison playing in the snow. It was really a sight to see. Even though it was spring, Yellowstone looked so beautiful in the winter. As we continued our drive, a heavy fog rolled in out of nowhere. It felt like we were in a scary movie. When we got to Old Faithful, there was still a thick layer of mist, but we were 10 minutes to eruption and decided to stick around anyway. This was our view. The whole situation was actually kind of funny, and I was glad to be with another person that was able to just go with the flow. The view of the Grand Prismatic Springs wasn't great either, but we planned on exploring other areas of the park and doubling back on our way out, hoping the fog would burn off later in the day. As we continued our drive, we stopped at all the pretty places along the way. The snow started melting and the road was getting clearer by the minute. We're both serious hikers and wanted to do a classic waterfall hike. We found this waterfall, which ended up being a whopping 0.7-mile hike. So did we hike in Yellowstone? Technically, yes. Check that one off the bucket list. We continued on to the beautiful Mammoth Hot Springs before doubling back. On our way down the loop, we passed by Hayden Valley and were surprised to see bison in beautiful green pastures. What? It was as if it had never even snowed. 5 hours ago, these same bison were playing in a winter wonderland. We had high hopes for Old Faithful, and when we doubled back, the view was as clear as day. All the fog had lifted, and we were able to enjoy the geyser and the prismatic springs in all its glory. On the way out of the park, the same stretch of trees were now perfectly green without a single trace of snow. It was as if we had imagined the entire thing. Most of the snow at the sign had melted and left behind a beautiful reflecting pool. My new friend dropped me off at the gas station where we met, and we went our separate ways. This trip happened exactly as it was destined to. I made a lifelong friend and had an amazingly surreal 24 hours. When you face obstacles but still go with the flow, you might just end up seeing Yellowstone in the winter and the spring, all in the same day. Thanks for watching.